My sister stood at the microphone in front of 60 people and smiled. Then she said it. I just want to thank everyone who came today to celebrate my miracle. At least my body works. Some of us were built to be mothers. She looked directly at me. The room laughed. I felt my face go numb. 3 years of fertility treatments, 2 miscarriages, 14 failed cycles, and she turned it into a punchline. Want to know what I did next? I stood up. I walked to the front of that decorated ballroom, past the pastel balloons and the diaper cake, and the family who thought this was funny. I took the microphone from my sister's hand, and I smiled, because I had something to share too. 3 years of screenshots, dozens of messages, and a projector I'd quietly arranged that morning. My sister's face drained of color. She knew. Before we go on, drop your time zone in the comments. And if you think she had this coming, hit that like button. Let me back up. My sister Emma and I grew up in the same house but lived in 2 different worlds. She was the golden child. The one who got the bedroom with the bay window. The one whose report cards went on the fridge even when she barely passed. I was the responsible one. Scholarships, dean's list. First job at 16. Nobody put my acceptance letter on the fridge. Emma's engagement? Mom cried for an hour. My promotion to senior analyst? A text that said, "That's nice, honey." I told myself it didn't matter. Then I met my husband, Jake. We got married quietly. Started trying for a baby right away. Month 1, nothing. Month 6, nothing. Month 12, a positive test, then blood 2 weeks later. We tried IVF, failed cycle. Another positive. Another loss. Emma got pregnant on her first try. She announced it at Thanksgiving with a custom cake. Mom sobbed. Dad opened champagne. I smiled and congratulated her. That night, Emma texted me. Maybe it's nature's way of saying you shouldn't reproduce. I stared at my phone for 20 minutes. Then I took a screenshot. I'm a data analyst. I document everything. Call logs, email threads, bank transfers. I started a folder on my desktop. Family threads. I didn't know why yet. I just saved it all. 2 weeks before the shower, Emma called. That's when everything shifted. Hey, so I need you to Venmo me $2,000. No hello, no small talk. Just that. I blinked. Emma, what? For the baby fund. Mom and Dad are matching what the family puts in. Everyone's contributing. You should too. I was silent. Hello? Are you there? Emma, that's a lot of money. Can I think about it? Are you serious right now? Her voice went sharp. I'm your sister. I'm having a baby. You should want to help. I took a breath. I do want to help. I just need to check our budget. We've been paying for treatments and, oh my God, here we go. What? You're jealous because your body is broken and mine works. I froze. Emma, that's not... If you can't be happy for me, maybe don't come to the shower. Everyone already thinks you're bitter. Don't prove them right. She hung up. 10 minutes later, a text from Mom. Your sister needs support right now. This is what family does. Please don't make this difficult. Then Dad. Emma says you're refusing to help. Very disappointed. I sat on the edge of my bed, staring at the messages. They didn't ask my side. They never did. I texted Emma back. I'll be there. And I'll bring a gift. She hearted the message. I opened my laptop and added 3 new screenshots to the folder. The shower was at a country club. 60 guests. Pastel everything. A champagne tower. I walked in holding a wrapped gift, a personalized baby blanket I'd ordered weeks ago. Emma glanced at me, then looked away. No hug, no thank you. I sat at a table in the back. My Aunt Carol walked over. Sweetheart, can I talk to you for a second? We stepped into the hallway. She lowered her voice. Emma told me you've been sending her really cruel messages about the pregnancy, saying terrible things. My stomach dropped. What? No, I never... She showed me a few texts. Honey, I know you're going through a lot, but you can't take it out on her. I stared. Carol, I didn't send anything like that. I swear. She squeezed my hand. Maybe take some time. Get some help, okay? She walked back inside. I stood there shaking. Emma had been lying. To everyone. I walked back into the ballroom. Cousins whispered. Parents avoided my eyes. I heard Emma's voice from across the room, loud enough to carry. She told me I'd be a terrible mother. Can you imagine? Laughter. I sat down. Put the gift on my lap. Thought about leaving. Then the toast started, and Emma took the mic. Emma smiled at the crowd. I just want to say thank you to everyone here. This has been such a journey, and I'm so grateful for the family who actually showed up for me. She paused, looked at me. Some people make everything about them. Some people can't handle anyone else being happy, but I forgive them. She tilted her head. At least my body works. Some of us were built to be mothers. The room exploded in laughter. I opened my phone, pulled up our message thread, scrolled back. 14 months of text. All still there. March 12th, 2:14 a.m., the night of my second miscarriage. Your body is broken. Just accept it. May 6th. Maybe it's nature's way of saying you shouldn't reproduce. August 19th. Stop being so sensitive. I'm pregnant. You should be celebrating me. All time-stamped. All with red receipts. I looked up. Emma was still talking, soaking in applause. I stood. The room noticed. A few heads turned. I walked to the front, holding my phone. Emma's smile flickered. Oh, here comes the martyr. A few people chuckled. She held out the mic like it was a joke. I took it. Her face changed. I smiled. And I said, I have something I'd like to share too. Emma's eyes went wide. She leaned in and whispered, loud enough for the front tables to hear. Don't you dare make this about you. I ignored her. Turned to the crowd. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emma's sister. Some of you know me. Some of you have heard things about me. Mom half stood. Dad mouthed, not now. I kept going. I want to clear a few things up. Emma told some of you that I've been cruel to her, that I've been unsupportive, that I sent her horrible messages. A murmur went through the room. Emma grabbed my wrist. Stop. I pulled away gently. I didn't come here to ruin your day, Emma. I came here to stop the lies. Her face went pale. You're insane. I turned to the tech table. The venue coordinator I'd spoken to that morning gave me a thumbs up. My phone was already connected to the projector. I tapped the screen. The first message appeared on the wall behind me. 12 feet wide. Your body is broken. Just accept it. Sent March 12th. 2:14 a.m. The room went silent. Someone gasped. Emma stepped back. That's out of context. I swiped. Another message filled the screen. Maybe it's nature's way of saying you shouldn't reproduce. More gasps. I looked at my sister. She was shaking. Still out of context? I swiped again. A group chat appeared. Our family thread. 23 members. Emma's message dated 6 weeks ago. I invited her to come to my ultrasound appointments, but she refused. Says she's too triggered. I just wanted my sister there. I let it sit on the screen. Then I swiped to my messages. No invitation, not one. I scrolled through 2 months of text between Emma and me. Not a single mention of ultrasounds. I looked at the room. I was never invited. She made it up. Aunt Carol's face crumpled. Emma's voice cracked. I forgot to send it. I meant to... I swiped again. Another group chat message. Emma to 3 cousins. She told me I'd be a terrible mother. I can't believe she'd say that. I held up my phone, scrolling our entire thread on the big screen. No such message existed. Not even close. Cousin Jenna stood up. Emma, what the hell? Emma looked around frantic. You don't understand. She's been passive-aggressive for months. I tapped one more time. A Venmo request appeared. From Emma to Aunt Carol. Emergency hospital bills. Baby's health at risk. $2,000. Sent. I looked at Carol. Did she tell you what the emergency was? Carol's face went white. Emma started crying. I took a breath, kept my voice steady. Here's what Emma didn't tell you. She's been collecting money from family members for the past 4 months. Different stories to different people. I swiped to a spreadsheet I'd built. It appeared on the screen. Aunt Carol, $2,000 for emergency hospital bills. Uncle Ray, $1,500 for nursery furniture after a house fire that never happened. Cousin Becca, $1,200 for unexpected medical tests. Mom and Dad, $3,000 for a matching baby fund. I paused. Total collected, $8,400, on top of a fully funded registry. The room was dead silent. Emma's sobs got louder. Mom stood up. This is enough. She needed a villain, I said quietly. Someone the family would turn against so no one would question the requests. Someone too broke in to fight back. I looked at Emma. You picked me because you thought I wouldn't defend myself. She covered her face. Dad's voice was hollow. Is this true? Emma didn't answer. Uncle Ray stood. I want my money back. Emma bolted for the door. But I wasn't done. I held up my phone. There's one more thing you all need to hear. I hit play on a voicemail. Emma's voice filled the room. Laughing, the voicemail played. Emma's voice, clear and sharp. Oh my God, it's so easy. She's so pathetic she won't even defend herself. I just tell everyone she's jealous and they eat it up. Easy money. A friend's laughter in the background. You're terrible. Whatever. She deserves it. The recording ended. No one moved. Emma stood frozen by the exit. I set my phone down. I'm not telling you this for revenge. I'm telling you because I'm done being silent. I looked at my parents. I spoke to a therapist last week. And a lawyer yesterday. I've filed a cease and desist regarding the defamation. Mom's mouth opened. I held up a hand. I'm also setting a boundary. No contact with Emma unless a mediator is present. That's not negotiable. I turned back to the room. And one last thing. The money Emma claimed to need for hospital bills? I'm donating $5,000 in her honor to Resolve. That's a nonprofit that supports people facing infertility. I pulled up the receipt on my phone, showed the screen. Donation confirmed. This morning. Aunt Carol started clapping, slowly, then Jenna, then Uncle Ray. Emma ran out of the room. I set the microphone down, walked back to my seat, and stayed for cake. The next 20 minutes were chaos. Uncle Ray pulled out his phone and opened Venmo. I'm requesting a refund. Right now. Cousin Becca did the same. Aunt Carol sat down, staring at her hands. I gave her $2,000. I thought her baby was in danger. Mom and Dad stood near the dessert table, whispering urgently. I stayed seated. Jenna sat down next to me. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I nodded. 3 more cousins came over, apologized, asked if I was okay. I was. For the first time in 3 years, I was. Emma didn't come back inside. Her husband found her in the parking lot and brought her home. The shower ended early. No games, no group photos. Just a quiet, awkward dispersal. Mom and Dad finally approached me as I was leaving. Dad spoke first. We need to talk about this. As a family. I looked at him. I've said everything I needed to say. Mom's eyes were red. She's your sister. And I'm your daughter. I left. A week later, I received a handwritten letter from my parents. An apology. A real one. They'd contacted everyone Emma had taken money from. Offered to reimburse them out of the baby fund. Emma's social media went dark. She blocked me on everything, fine by me. 4 cousins reached out over the next month. Rebuilt relationships. Real ones. Aunt Carol sent flowers with a note. I should have asked your side. I'm sorry. Emma and I haven't spoken since. My parents respect the boundary now. If there's a family event, they ask first. Make sure there's space. Emma's baby was born healthy. I sent a gift through my parents. A neutral one. I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't need to. I wasn't angry anymore. I was just free. 6 months after the shower, I started a blog. It wasn't about revenge. It wasn't even about Emma. It was about infertility. Family trauma. The isolation that comes when no one believes you. I called it proof of pain. I shared my story. The treatments. The losses. The screenshots. Not to shame Emma, but to show others they weren't alone. Within 3 months, I had 12,000 followers. Messages poured in. I thought I was crazy. My family didn't believe me either. Thank you for speaking up. I partnered with Resolve, started doing awareness campaigns, shared resources, ran fundraisers. It became something bigger than me. Jake and I are still on our journey. We've paused IVF for now, considering adoption, taking it one day at a time. We're in therapy, both of us, learning to set boundaries, to protect our peace. My parents and I have dinner once a month. We don't talk about Emma unless I bring her up. They've apologized more than once. I've accepted it. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It just means I'm not carrying it anymore. Emma and I will probably never have a relationship. And I'm okay with that. She hasn't returned the money. My parents covered the refunds themselves. Emma kept the baby fund. I don't care. Some battles aren't worth fighting. I went to a family wedding last month. Emma was there. We didn't speak, didn't make eye contact, but I wasn't afraid. I wasn't angry. I was just there, living my life on my terms. Here's what I learned. Silence protects the wrong people. Speaking up, with proof, with boundaries, with calm, protects you. You don't need to scream. You don't need revenge. You just need to stop letting people rewrite your story. I took the mic that day not to destroy my sister, but to take back my voice. And that made all the difference. So let me ask you, have you ever had to defend yourself with receipts? What would you have done in my place? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one, and if this resonated, hit subscribe. There's more where this came from. One last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization. It's not legal or financial advice. If you're facing defamation or family financial abuse, please consult a licensed professional in your area. Thank you for listening. And remember, your peace is worth more than their comfort.